All right, Four Boys back. Today we're going to talk about a quick and safe way to jumpstart your old LiPo battery. If you've got the Traxxas with the ID plug like this where the balance wires are built in, or even a generic battery with a balance port, this will work for you. If you've plugged your batteries in and they do not charge, these chargers usually they won't even recognize them. They whack, they're not even there. But this is the ID charger, and this is just a smart charger for these kinds of batteries. If you plug them in and they don't do anything, then you have at least one cell that's over discharged, and this is a good way to jumpstart it. Now, I've seen in the past, and we do this with drill batteries, where you can connect sort of a good battery, red to red and black to black, using jumper wires. And we do that with our drill batteries because the contacts are far enough apart where it's a little bit safer. These are so tight, and these things have so much power and can flow them, and this type of cell is so unstable anyway. I don't like to do it like that, and so I prefer jump starting these batteries this way. Now for us, we mostly use the Traxxas style, which when we buy these Venom batteries, which these have been really good batteries for us and a great price. I stopped buying these even though they are dummy proof with this plug. So are these. But this can work regardless of what type of LiPo you have or what type of connector you have. What I like to do is either use, number one, you want to be outside. We're out here in the garage floor, which we've got porcelain down here. So in the event that you did have an issue, and we always do this in a fire bag just in case, but this is pretty safe. But what I like to do is you can either use your smart charger, and in this case, you can switch what type of charging method you want to use. And so what I like to do is go into nickel metal hydride, and I'd like to put it on a lower amperage output, and I'll actually plug my battery in. And what that does is on this charger specifically, it bypasses the balancing ports. It will no longer look for them. It will rule them irrelevant. And even a discharged LiPo has enough voltage usually to show up for the nickel metal hydride circuitry on here to go ahead and charge, or the minimum voltage that this is looking for. So you can actually connect this for a short period of time. I try to start with 5-10 second increments, and then I'll try to plug it in or switch back to LiPo mode and see if it will detect it. But essentially, whether you're trying to do the battery to battery trick, or in this case just use a charger, you just want to put some current back into the battery to raise it slightly, to then let it detect or be detected on the charger, and then it can properly charge with a balance charge. I have never used one this small. This has a pretty low output, but basically whatever charger you have, you should be able to plug in your battery. And again, this is going to put some current back into the cells, and it will accomplish the same thing. This is a Traxxas charger set up for nickel metal hydride, and we're going to go ahead and use this to show that you can do it with that. Now this one is selectable, and it has different amperage outputs, and we'll probably just use a 2 amp output on there, and really just put a little bit of current back in there and get it up enough to be detected on this charger. Alright, first things first, put this cell back in the fire bag. This is the Traxxas battery, and we're on nickel metal hydride. And so what we would do is we would start this, let it go ahead and charge for a second, and then stop. And now we're going to test it. Alright, we were a little too low still, and so we went back into this mode. Alright, you can see we plugged in the balance port, and it's showing us now that we're only at about 2 volts on one, but 1.5 on the other. That's why if we go ahead and restart it again, you'll see sort of a combined voltage here of all the cells. This battery is pretty discharged, and it's had a pretty rough ride. It was one of our first LiPo, and it really just didn't get cared for. It needed to be, but for demonstration purposes, we're going to jump it anyway. And you really just want to do slow. Let's see, we're up to 7 now. I'm going to go ahead and stop. You want to add some voltage and then let it rest and absorb. The difference between a LiPo and most of these other cells is the way that they're wired. Most nickel metal hydride cells are in a series where the current moves through all of them, and they will, some cases, overcharge one cell as it's pushing current through another cell. You can sometimes get a single hot cell if you have one of those packs that's shrink wrapped, and you can feel the single hot cell sometimes. Those can handle more of that. They're less volatile than the LiPos. These things, they don't want to get too far out of whack, and you certainly don't want to overcharge one cell. That can be very dangerous. I'm going about 20 seconds on this run probably. You could even drop your amperage input and let this ride for a little bit longer. You just don't want to leave it unattended, because if this thing gets too far out of whack and overcharges a single cell, it will start on fire. I just plugged into check, and now we're slow balancing. It's not freaking out anymore, meaning I should be able to switch this over to LiPo, where I plugged into check, and it will recognize it as a LiPo and is slow balancing. And so what I do is I don't even try to charge this. I leave this in the slow balance mode and let it just catch up those other cells, even things out across the board. That will continue to bring the voltage of the pack up as it gets each cell balanced out, and brings up the remaining low cells. And once the pack is more even, I will then run it through a charge cycle. Again, if you don't have a charger like this, you can still use nickel metal hydride. It's just not as easy, and you won't get as much and as accurate information. But the process in principle is the same. You can just simply plug in a nickel metal hydride charger in pulses. The lowest this will go is 1 amp. It's still safe. I use 0.4 on here because I can. You don't need to use an amp. And honestly, if you plug in battery to battery, you're going to have amperage move much more rapidly from one pack to another than even 1 amp. So you can totally just use nickel metal hydride, give it 5-10 seconds at a time on this as it's plugged in. It does need a few seconds to test the battery before it will actually activate charging, so give it 5 seconds and then a 10 to 20 second count, and then you'll have to unplug it from here and then plug it into there and see if that has enough to then recognize it and let it charge. 4Boys out.